Hursley Park, home of one of the largest development laboratories outside the USA, and the sounds of nearly 1,700 people gathering in the snowy January morning. From Hursley and satellite locations like Eastleigh, Winchester and Millbrook, IBM built 39 buses. Their destination is a major business update. But this is no ordinary meeting. It will present a total perspective of Hursley's future, its strategy and its goals. The size of Hursley now means it takes weeks of planning to get all the employees in one place at one time. Today, the detailed plans come alive. First, the framework that will set the scene for speakers, products and audiovisuals. The projection equipment is unloaded. Panels for the multi-level stage set slip into place. And as always, precision is vital. The whole of Hursley Laboratory is heading for Bournemouth, 35 miles away, to the only auditorium in the area that can take an audience of this size for this all-important business update, Progress 85. Whatever their role in Hursley, each person at Progress 85 will see the full extent of Hursley's capability as the stage is set for the laboratory's biggest ever communications exercise. In his opening speech, Laboratory Director Jack Hockley explained the importance of this meeting.
I'm proud to say that this is the first time that we have brought everyone together under one roof at one time. Partly, of course, that's the result of this very impressive facility opening up within a reasonable reach of Hursley. It's big enough to allow us all in one sitting, for a while anyway. Why bother to make the journey at all? What's today all about? Or even more fundamentally, who's here today? Well, the short answer is just about everybody. What is today all about and why are we here? Well, in the broadest terms, today is all about giving ourselves, or rather reminding ourselves that we possess, a common sense of purpose. We will reaffirm in the course of positioning the laboratory's efforts within the goals of the IBM Corporation. That implies communication. I'm not quite going to say we brought you here today to communicate to you the importance of communicating about communication, but we do owe it to ourselves, to our colleagues and customers to see that our transmitting and receiving of information is up to an acceptable level. Progress 85 was more than a meeting. It was a milestone. The first time we've attempted anything on this scale. And in fact, the first time it's been practical. The auditorium we used had only just been built. Nothing else in the region could hold us all together. Yet the reasons for getting us all under one roof to review our work and our future have never been more pressing, because the role of the development laboratory in IBM has never been more challenging. And for us, comparable with Birmingham in Germany as the largest IBM development laboratory outside the USA, our sheer size makes it vital that we keep our communications channels as free as possible. No one can know everything that's going on, but now, like never before, we have to be aware of what makes Hursley tick, what our common priorities are, and how we can coordinate our work towards common goals. Quite naturally, with much confidential work, often in very different product areas, we tend to compartmentalize ourselves, become preoccupied with our own jobs, our own concerns. At Progress 85, we had the opportunity to see together the challenges and the triumphs of our business. Among the triumphs, Hursley has a very impressive product development history, and I was very happy to make that clear. When it comes to thinking about creative people, Hursley has no peer. This shows through clearly in our product achievement. For instance, we introduced color into the IBM General Purpose Display family. We developed the most successful program product in the IBM company. We created the disk file products, which introduced major innovations in the low intermediate DASD world, and which have been shipped in numbers greater than those of any other DASD developer in IBM. We introduced the host program, which is rapidly doing for graphics what CICS did for transaction processing. We announced in 1984 products, Snowpeer. This shows through clearly in our product achievement. For instance, we introduced color into the IBM General Purpose Display family. We developed the most successful program product in the IBM company. We created the disk file products, which introduced major innovations in the low intermediate DASD world, and which have been shipped in numbers greater than those of any other DASD developer in IBM. We introduced the host program, which is rapidly doing for graphics what CICS did for transaction processing. We announced in 1984 products that set the standard in the world of interactive graphics processing. That's just a few of the reasons we have to be proud of ourselves. But the underlying theme of Progress 85 is our ability to confront the challenges that face us. Don Nelson's business review spelt out the major Hursley goals.
In developing a set of goals for Hursley, we recognize the important elements of each of the three business areas we serve. These objectives, briefly listed, are to grow with our business areas: software, file, displays and workstations; to direct the use of Hursley resources; to coordinate the use of our development and support resources to be mutually supportive across the development organization; to be a productive and competitive laboratory; to recognize the importance of the ongoing productivity challenge and the competitiveness of our industry. We must know our competitors in detail, not only their products, but their strategy, their strengths, and their terms and conditions of doing business. And we must be even better informed of competing IBM offerings.
So we're competing outside the company to make the products the marketplace wants, and inside the company to be the most efficient and innovative IBM laboratory and retain the mission for those products. But the challenges were not all homegrown. We were delighted to welcome Mitchell Watson to our meeting.
But what about the future? What's your vision of what that workstation, high-function graphics world is? Are you going to limit your offerings to 370? Or will you go after the mainstream, general-purpose graphics systems attached to a variety of IBM and non-IBM systems? It's up to you to decide. Second, software, an area in which SPD and Hursley have worked closely together. But again, the question is, what's your vision of the marketplace for your product in 1985 and 86? How far across the IBM line do you plan to view your business opportunity? Do you want to participate in small 370 systems? What about personal computers in that area of the marketplace? Finally, storage devices. You're the place where it all began. And now you're on the forefront of a major new development area, one that's critical for the success of our own systems activities. But the operative words in storage are faster, smaller, cheaper, more reliable. How far across the range of systems that are sold can we take the Hursley product? If we can't satisfy those requirements, competitors will.
For many in the audience, Mitchell's comments were something of a surprise. After all, we're already developing mainstream products, aren't we? Well, yes, we are. However, we have to make sure that they remain mainstream products and that we develop them to take advantage of the opportunities that are out there that we're not currently addressing. Apart from examining Hursley's product development role, we had a number of other important objectives, like giving our very disparate groups of people an up-to-date view of Hursley as a whole. But this is something of a moving target. Hursley itself is in a constant state of growth and development.
We have old buildings. We have new buildings. We have large buildings and getting larger, and we have not so large buildings. We have tall buildings, we have small buildings, we have doomed buildings, and we have planned buildings. And here on the ground to the south of C Block, we have a plan that will be developed and progressed in 1985 for what could possibly be the largest building on our site, E Block. Now, today overall there is about 500,000 square feet of office, test cell, conference room, library, cafeteria space at Hursley. And that's not counting our 7 leased buildings either. You see, Hursley's working areas are already almost 20 times the size of that huge auditorium. And we're taking on even more new talented people every year. Right now, and certainly in the future, Hursley is an exciting place to be. And time again, in a review of our latest product developments and advanced technology work, our executive managers used Progress 85 to emphasize the dynamic growth and creativity at Hursley.
If we look at our own computing resources in the DP Centre at Hursley, then it may surprise you to know that we have been growing at 40% per annum and expect to continue to do so.
Hursley now has corporate responsibility for graphics architecture, and Phil Austin outlined the development direction for GDDM and our graphics control program.
They must also address the need for combining alphanumerics with text, graphics, and scannage image, and this requirement is with us now. Our background in text from the 3730 days, the pioneering work we did on image processing, and our current graphic strength give us a unique capability to meet the challenge of satisfying that need and all the needs of the Office of the Future.
In another of our product areas, we're proud that more spindles of hard disk storage have been shipped worldwide from Hursley products than any other lab in IBM. Howard Crouch talked about the important role of a new major storage development project.
Advanced design concepts and the highest recording density of any magnetic disk file currently under development in IBM makes this a truly outstanding project.
Looking even further into the future with advanced product development, IBM fellow David Kusner spoke of the potential for Hursley's electrochromics display technology, the so-called display on a chip. And he painted a wide and impressive picture of Hursley's work at the frontiers of development.
Behind the advanced technology and advanced product development, we try to push the boundaries of computing in new directions. This not only underwrites the certainty with which we execute product plans, but enables us in a cooperative way to solve problems not accessible to computing today. In the IBM UK Science Centre at Winchester, IBM scientists work with universities, hospitals, and other institutions to bring computing insights to molecular modeling, speech synthesis, and image processing.
Confidence in our future products and Hursley's capability was a dominant theme of Progress 85. Well, did we achieve what we set out to do? How far did our messages reach on this day when we presented Hursley with its own image, both nationally and internationally? The results showed an amazing response, better than we could have hoped for. Of the 1,700 people who attended on the day, over 1,400 completed a questionnaire, with a remarkable 86.9% voting the day
a success. With enthusiasm like that coming from Progress 85, Hursley's potential has no limits. I have confidence in our product development plan and our business direction. And with 26 years of experience, 26 years of success, we have the firm foundation to build our exciting future.